Woohoo! Hey everybody, we're back. We're live, or maybe you're watching this in the future. Who knows? But we're here.
Hello, future.
Hello.
Hi, future. It's me.
What?
Margaret.
The future.
So welcome to another episode of Amanda and MacKenzie and Matt talk about random things. But we've got other people with us. Hey, theme park vets! And so we have obviously myself, and Mike has decided to join us today.
Yes.
Hey, Mike.
We've got MacKenzie from MacKenzie Taylor. We got in this corner Matt.
In this corner.
Meow from
Meow.
Teacup 41, and then we have a special guest with us today. It's my girl Samantha from Dish Upon a Star.
What's up?
And
Hello.
we knew that if we were talking food, we had to get her on board. If for no other reason than the fact that she worked at Mike's favorite place in Magic Kingdom.
Is it actually his favorite place, or are you being facetious? Because I can see that going either way.
Yes to that. It's just yes. The answer is yes. To that.
What is his favorite place?
That's not open currently. That you cried.
I know.
Walk by it.
Casey's Corner.
Awesome.
Casey's Corner. Oh my gosh, I love to eat a hot dog.
Oh, you do love. Okay, good.
He
Yay,
does-
I
he
used
does
to work
love-
there.
I was going to be really
Hello,
sad if Mike
Mouse
used
and
his food
Mermaid.
expertise to ruin it for me.
Literally, I shoveled in a foot-long hot dog with chili and cheese and French fries from Casey's Corner to the bus stop.
That's
True
amazing.
story.
I'm so proud of you.
True story.
I felt heavy at the end.
Hey,
But it was
it's Luke. Luke, we're friends in my mind.
He said,
we know each other, but,
Matt is in this.
Meow.
yes, Matt is in this, but he will not be posting. Just think about it this way, Luke. He can't post any WandaVision memes if he's on this live stream.
Yeah, that's true. No, I have held up to the end of the bargain
Martha
with
has
Luke.
entered the chat.
Martha!
We love you, Martha.
she's just behind the curtain, you know.
I hope not.
Right.
Whoops.
Surprise, it's me, your mom.
So cool. So we're going to talk about all things Disney food, whether it's in the park, making it at home, in the park.
At a resort or Disney.
At a resort,
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess that's
Disney
true.
Springs.
Oh, yeah. We've got some fighting words for Disney Springs too, don't we?
Oh, no.
No.
As long as we're not going to Planet Hollywood, we're fine.
Agreed.
We all are in agreement.
I mean, or what is it? What's Tyrannosaurus Rex? Whatever the
T-Rex.
Or
Yeah,
Rainforest
look at
Cafe.
I like really have a problem with the fact that a rainforest cafe exists there, but like also I'm from Chicago, so like we used to go there like all the time. So I was like, why do people go here? But then I realized it's not a thing other places.
No, I feel like Rainforest Cafe is the place you go to get something like Disney magic when you're not near Disney.
Yes.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
It's 100% for the theming. The food sucks.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I went to the Rainforest Cafe here in the Falls like 6 or 7 years ago, not expecting it to be good. I went solely for the robot animals and the rain effects, but I got a steak, and it was legitimately still like one of the best steaks I've had in my life. And like I had fancy steaks. I've been to legit steakhouses, but the garlic butter, that was where it was at. It was like the garlic butter elevated that steak to a whole new rainforesty level.
So was the steak that great, or was just garlic?
I remember the steak was at the very least good, and the garlic butter is what I remember all these years later. But like it was cooked the way I wanted it to, and I feel like as long as you cook a steak to the temperature requested, you can't really mess it up.
Well, then let's answer the question. What was the temperature requested?
Medium rare.
As it should be.
Fair. It's good.
We all agree.
Girl.
Yes.
All right. Well, now that we've had our Rainforest Cafe talk,
Get out of the way. Rainforest Cafe, T-Rex, blow. It's done.
Out.
It's over. We're not talking about it again.
Let Hollywood go by.
anything that you can find in another city is gone.
Agreed.
No.
Oh,
No, there's
No.
a Blaze there. I'd still go to Blaze.
oh yeah,
Right.
true.
I would
Oh,
nail
Blaze.
Blaze pizza
Guy.
several times over.
What?
Chicken Guy is also in other places.
Okay, there's
Really?
like one other place.
It's
When-
not everywhere, but it does exist other places.
Chicken Guy is delicious.
Yeah.
My jam.
Let's start off this topic. Okay. Chicken Guy, the best quick service restaurant on property?
Ooh.
No.
No.
How dare you?
Nope.
How dare you speak such blasphemy?
Then what beats Chicken Guy?
Satuli.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Satuli is rice bowls, and that's all it is.
I love them. They're so good.
Such good rice bowls and the customization.
Yes.
If you like rice and you like bowls, what's not to like?
If you like rice and you like bowls, but the cheeseburger pods versus cheeseburger egg rolls.
So, you know, I'm about to do
cheeseburger egg
the
rolls.
things to get ready. The thing's about to happen, and go.
To another segment of what I like to call Matt Reviews Disney Foods. Meow. On today's episode, we're going to be trying out something quite famous called Bambi's Mom. I hope you're really excited. I think I am, because you'll be able to taste the sadness and sorrow. So get ready for Matt's Reviews.
That's it.
Wow.
That's the video.
That was amazing.
Bambi's mom.
Bambi's mom.
That was.
I was like, oh
everything.
dear.
That was everything I wanted that full song to be. So thank you.
Oh, it's perfect. You're welcome. I'm glad that I could finally have a platform for everyone to see it in its full glory.
Amazing. That's amazing. And see, even Luke knows who we're talking about.
I've low-key thought about making, like, for Bambi, like, a venison stew.
Do it.
Because, like, my boss, like, hunts, and, like, he always has venison, so I could totally get it.
Do it. Why not?
Please do it. That would be hilarious.
Okay. What is this?
Because I don't...
I see people do this. I don't know what it means.
Uncomfy. I don't know. Maybe
I think it's a
old.
nervous tick.
I'm 29.
I feel
I
like
heard
Yeah, me too.
people on
Belly
Smosh
ticks.
do this. Like, and they go, ew. They're like, and I don't know.
Okay, so we've got the two down below saying Satuli's better than Chicken Guys.
No.
Wrong.
It is.
No,
I'm
incorrect.
going with this. I'm going with her.
Incorrect. Chicken Guy is the best.
I'm
restaurant.
not sure if it's the best, but I can't think of something that's better, so I'm going to say it's the best. So
Oh, no.
Although I haven't had Chicken Guy. So
It's good, but, like, it's not, like, the best.
Hold on. But what have you had from there?
Chicken Guy?
Just the tendies?
No, I had tendies. Okay, this is all in one time. I was in a different place. I had tendies, a chicken sandwich, and mac and cheese all in one meal. It was delicious.
High five to you for eating all that.
Thank you. Again, it was a different time in my life.
That's the time of my life.
and
But,
I owe
like,
it all to you.
I could do that tomorrow.
I wouldn't say that's like my favorite quick service though.
You pick Statuli?
I'm trying to think what my favorite quick service
I
would be.
think so. Pecos Bill's is
Donna,
pretty
just a
close,
West Coast
but
person here to be confused about everything being
Pecos
that
Bill
shit.
is. I mean, when they Pecos Bill is good when they have the bar available because you literally
Yeah.
just load up on everything and like
yeah.
you can make a one meal into like 4 different meals. But Chicken Guys, I just think it kind of nails.
Yeah,
nails it
3
for me.
tendies to the road is literally where it's at. And then we did the whole video on
I don't know. I had
the
ramen
sauces.
the other day in Japan. That was the Japan pavilion. I can't remember what it was called. That quick service
Like
there.
Katsura?
What?
Katsura Grill? Katsura,
Yeah, on top of the hill.
yes.
Yeah, that was really good. I was actually quite impressed for being a quick serve
They have ramen?
ramen. Yeah,
That must be new. The ramen.
it was a pork ramen. Yeah, pork belly ramen.
and then he went and got the ramen that MacKenzie made.
And then I
him
got
go
the.
get.
It wasn't really ramen. It was like a
I'm
cold.
mad about it.
It was. I wouldn't say it's awful, but it was not what I wanted it to be.
That's fair.
It's like they forgot. Like, oh crap! I have to mix this. I should put seasoning on this too.
No, Danielle, I mean, you've got a Casey's Corner stand right here.
I could eat Casey Corner every time I go to Magic Kingdom.
But not right now
If I'm
because
eating
we're
a hot dog, it's
What?
a Casey's hot dog. If I'm eating a hot dog, it's Casey's.
Yeah,
Yes.
because the other hot dogs are always hit or miss.
Right. Casey's
There's a-
through and
there's a
through.
consistency that you get there, and they have a variety of hot dogs. Their plant-based sausage
It's really good.
With the was like the slaw, was like a broccoli slaw or something.
Mhm.
That was probably one of the best things I've had at Magic Kingdom. That was so good.
I will say we went to.
I've had it twice and it's so good.
We went to the dark side over the weekend and went to City Walk and got a hot dog there. And we waited just as long, but the line was only like 3 people deep.
I felt so bad. There was like one guy having to make all the hot dogs while somebody took all the girl taking the orders, just like taking order. There's one guy trying to make hot dogs to keep
Meanwhile,
up.
at Casey's, there's like 400 people in line, and then you get your
You
hot
get
dog.
400 people serving you. So I mean,
Yeah, it was an event.
Yeah, I've gotten into discussions in Facebook groups about like, why isn't Casey's Corner open? And I'm like, well, because people don't understand. The kitchen is so, I mean, it is so small back there. Like everyone here's kitchen is probably bigger than the Casey's Corner kitchen. And there are so many people back there making things happen. There's no way to safely social distance. So someone suggested that Casey's Corner brings their kitchen outside so they can open.
see, I think they should, but you could have done Casey's Corner in Tomorrowland Terrace instead of putting Columbia Harbor House.
And I agree with that. Because Tomorrowland Terrace kitchen is enormous. I mean, it's enormous.
Huge.
It's so
What's
big.
up there is huge. Like it's such an underutilized place.
Yes.
Yeah, we went there and got.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. We went and got Columbia Harbor House stuff there over the weekend. And like it was fine, but like it was the same.
Columbia Harbor House.
It was the same stuff you can get at other places, whereas at least like Casey's has hot dogs, and the ones at Cosmic Race suck.
So when you work at Casey's, you also work at Tomorrowland Terrace, and like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. So like, you also work at the Magic Kingdom, like the Happily Ever After dessert party too. So it's all one location. But like, honestly, when I worked there, like TLT had pretty good food. Like they had a really good like pork sandwich, and like their chicken tenders were really good. So that's a really underrated like quick service place. But I don't understand why it's seasonal, but I guess I do. I don't know. It's only open during the summertime, really.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, with the Columbia Harbor House stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is fine.
So when I was at Columbia Harbor House, it's one of my favorite quick services too.
100%.
It's the atmosphere that makes it good. The food's okay. I mean, it's not awful. The atmosphere in
The atmosphere is like half the dining experience. When
Yes, the upstairs dining room is the best.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. I described that to my friend the other day as French chef's kiss, or French kiss by a chef, because I didn't know what the exact term was. And then, so now when people do this, I just imagine French kissing a chef to express your gratitude for.
Is it the Swedish
It
chef?
probably tastes like scotch
Yeah.
and cigarettes, but that's okay.
Have you never dreamt about French kissing a Muppet with human hands? Let me tell you, that's what dreams are made of.
Hold on. Oh, no, I can't do it.
Speaking of Muppets and food, can we talk about Pizza Rizzo and how it's a disappointment and waste of space?
Nope, it's the best.
I
Get out of
completely
here.
disagree.
Love it. Love it.
Their meatball sub is really good.
I think their pizza's always been good. Every time I go, the pizza is good.
It's okay. It's
It
Do
is
you replace Pizza Planet with that?
I would rather that be a themed as Pizza Planet, but the food, and I like Rizzo. I like his personality and his character as a person. So I love the Muppets anyways, but
there's not enough Muppet there. It's like the Muppets have left the building.
It does.
I
that's
agree with
fair.
you.
The building's too big. The building's too big for what you're getting. Like there's too much seating. It doesn't showcase itself.
And the only reason I don't agree with keeping it as Pizza Planet was because they didn't go like hard enough for it to be Pizza Planet.
True.
And then
Like,
you
if
built
they were gonna
a
make
Toy
it
Story
Pizza-
Land anyways. Why would you keep it there?
Exactly. And like, but I agree with Matt that like for it to be like Pizza Rizzo, we need more Muppet presence in there. Like 100%. Like I remember when they had that villains event a couple of years ago, they had like Constantine, like you could meet and greet with Constantine. They need something like that with Rizzo in there.
Wait, how did you meet Constantine?
It was, I didn't go, but it was like they had a villains night once at Hollywood Studios, and it was like a hard ticketed event, and they had Constantine, and you could have met him. And
that's awesome.
So
was he like Muppet sized, or
yeah, he was like sitting in a little cage.
I want to meet a Muppet in a cage.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, so I don't know.
Have you seen the Muppets Most Wanted?
You want to be a Muppet in a cage. You know where they put their hands, right?
Yes, they're just
family friendly channel.
MacKenzie, Constantine is evil Kermit from Muppets Most Wanted.
Don't.
Homework.
But I think Pizza Rizzo could be a small like corner, almost like a Casey's corner, and just have like a small pizza joint and make the rest of it this like some sweet chef.
No, it
Yeah.
should be a tiny corner, and then like you have the window where you order, the window where you pick up your food, then the third window is just a Muppet doing a show while you wait.
It's Gonzo. Gonzo as what is the great
Gonzo
Gonzo?
Great.
So he's like a little genie thing, a little box that you play like from Big.
Oscar, the Grouch.
Oh yeah, he just pops up out of the trash cans.
That's the
But Sesame Street, but it's
That's
still
Sesame World.
Jim Henson though.
That's that other place.
Disney doesn't own Sesame Street.
Nope, because they're separate now.
Right.
The third other place that we don't
The
talk
third
about.
other.
We don't talk about that place.
Do we have
Oh, that place.
do we have the labyrinth? They should put like a labyrinth over there.
I would love.
I don't think we own that.
I think Disney does because they own Dark Crystal. I think, don't they? No, they must not.
No,
that
because
was a
Netflix has it.
Netflix has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just because does Netflix actually own it, or are they just?
They made.
But they're making it. But are they leasing the rights to it though? Just kind of like how Universal has.
No, I feel like if Disney had
Sony has Spider-Man.
hold on Dark Crystal, that show would have been on Disney Plus. Definitely.
Because Dark Crystal's a Netflix original, so Netflix owns that.
Dance match.
All right, so we've talked about some interesting. Any other quick services you want to talk about, and why haven't we mentioned the best quick service? Which I don't know why I didn't say this before, which is in France, Les Halles.
Oh yes.
Leal. It's pronounced Leal.
Les Halles.
Les Halles.
Let's have.
Oh God, you
Les
guys moved to
Halles.
Florida. And look at you.
Hey y'all, while going to Les Halles.
Leal.
Sorry if we just offended anybody from the South.
Is that the patisserie?
Yes,
Yes, where you get the
It's so
quiche.
good.
where you get the cheese and bacon roll, which
No.
is not on the menu yet, and
Yum.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I can't say one.
I've
Yeah,
only
it's good.
ever had dessert there, but it's fabulous.
I've had sandwiches there.
The quiche.
The quiche. I've had pretty much. I try to find something different there because they have so much that you can. There's so much to choose from that I have to pick something different. I mean, I went to French culinary school, so I kind of want to eat all that stuff anyways.
Mike's
Yeah,
a-
I have 2 degrees too, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm Matt. I have 2 degrees. I'm Mike. I went to French culinary school.
Oh, have I regaled everyone? I don't think anyone from the YouTube sphere knows the tale of Full Baguette. I never made my video about it. No?
Did you buy one and just walk
You
around?
never go full baguette.
Oh no, but this is how I learned. I
not
went
getting that, you
I went
know?
for a French breakfast, like during that hour-long window when that World Showcase isn't open yet, but that place is.
Yeah.
So I'm getting breakfast. So I got the quiche, and then I got a mimosa because I could, and it was 9 a.m. and I thought that was cool. And then they were like,
yeah.
"Do you want to add anything? Do you want a baguette?" I was like, "Oh, sure." Then they said half baguette or full baguette. I look at the prices. Half baguette was like $2.50. Full baguette was maybe $3. I figured, oh, sure, full baguette. Why not? And then in my head, I'm like, well, this must just be like at Tim Hortons here in Canada, where like you have your half loaf and then your full loaf. And then they whip out the full baguette, and it was like 3 feet long. And then they just hand it to me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And then I spent all day,
France.
the entire day in Epcot, just eating this baguette for like 12 hours in every
How's your
country. I got pictures of me eating full baguette.
How's
all
your
around
job
the
if you're
world.
done?
Yes, I have video of it that I never cut together, but I was going to write a
Did they
song
give you
about
butter?
full baguette.
You should do that.
I should.
Did they give you butter?
They did. They did. It stayed in the brown paper bag with full baguette. And then throughout the day, I would just like open up a new thing, then get some of the baguette, then eat, then move on to like Norway or whatever. And then all day I would see all these delicious snacks in all these fake countries and think, well, I can't get them because I have to finish full baguette.
You know, the full baguette would have lasted you a couple days, so you could have taken it back to where you were sleeping.
You could make bread.
This
Oh,
was
you
the
could make
second last day of my trip, and so like I did do that. I did, and then I ended up throwing out like probably a good quarter of full baguette right before I got on the airplane 2 days later. It was a French tragedy.
I brought
That's what they basically miss on.
and Leslie shaving her head. There's a bag.
Miserable de baguette.
I brought 24 handmade macarons home with me from Alaska
Macaroon.
No.
Macarons.
Macron.
I will fight someone. That's one of my pet peeves. When people say macarons or they say macaroons when it's a macaron. I'm like, do not.
I do
Macaron's
that.
good though. Dipped in chocolate.
Which one?
Macaroon with
I don't like
with
coconut.
coconut. Oh, you.
Those are so good. The
Yeah,
actual the
toasted,
coconut ones.
the bottom dipped in chocolate, some dark
This
chocolate.
big, yes.
Yes.
Dipped in chocolate.
Yeah.
I almost made macarons tonight and was going to be like just casually eating them, but then I didn't.
That'll upset me. My favorite desserts.
I just think of other quick service restaurants, and I'm like,
Matt's story reminded me of my.
I was like, if it has chicken nuggets and French fries, I don't really want to eat there.
True.
Flame Tree is fine in Animal Kingdom.
Where?
Which one?
Flame Tree?
Flame
Only
cheese.
if they don't have the fries anymore. The barbecue fries with the cheese on top. Like they don't have
No, but
that.
they do have the macaroni and cheese. It's like the fries, loaded.
Macaroni.
Macaroni, yeah.
Yeah, macaroni, as the French call it.
Yes.
That would be for Animal Kingdom. That would be my pick, not Satuli. I would pick Flame Tree over.
I
Oh,
agree.
but Satuli, like again, going back to how I think atmosphere and theming is half the experience on top of the food. I like the customization options. And then the kids' meals, the amount of food that you get for the kids' meals is almost the same as an adult meal. And like in terms of value plus quality food, like that is the place to go. You want
It's not that it's bad.
Mhm.
It's just like you have to like. It's not for everyone. You know what I mean?
Agree
Yeah,
100%.
like if you like rice and if you like beef and
I
if
like
you like
noodles.
If you like them in a bowl,
you will like it.
go.
I love the
He wouldn't let me put the video
cheeseburger
back on.
fries.
I love the dishes and the cutlery at Satuli. That's great.
I
Mr.
think
Kamal.
I think Docking Bay 7 does it better.
Never eaten there.
Which one is Talking Bay 7?
The one in Galaxy's Edge.
So in Galaxy's Edge.
Right, okay.
The
I've only had the Ronto wrap.
I only had the dessert.
Oh, was it the blue dessert?
Yeah, I only had because I went there for a cast member preview. It was really good.
Yeah, what else? They had some
And the
vegan,
Ronto wrap.
vegan meatballs that I have when there. They were also delicious. Everything we've had at Docking Bay 7, because I think Satuli Canteen and Docking Bay 7 are very similar when it comes to like, it's like it's in space. You're in a spaceport. So I think Docking Bay 7 would be better. Is better.
Yeah. Now, where would you rank Woody's Lunchbox? Because I really like Woody's Lunchbox for a quick service. I like their tachos. I like the
Oh my
brisket.
gosh.
cookies.
Yes.
Breakfast
The drinks are great. The Lunchbox tarts are amazing. I've never had a bad meal, and I know it's like it's super quick service, but I love Woody's Lunchbox. It's so good.
The
s'more
breakfast
sandwich.
tots are super good. The
Well, I've never
tachos
had
are
those.
amazing. You should get them. It's the tots, eggs, and then it's a brisket gravy on top.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
We've made it on the channel before.
we've made it.
Link
There's,
in the-
there's a video. Link in the description. We've also made the tachos, which the recipe for the tachos is also really good.
I watched your tachos video.
That chili was amazing. Like that came out really good. I actually really like Woody's Lunchbox. I always
I do
forget
too.
about it. I didn't like the tarts though. I wasn't a big fan. Like I feel like they're a little bit too dry for me.
I like the hazelnut one, but like I really like their grown-up lemonade. I think that's like one of my favorite alcoholic drinks.
Amanda made that. I remember that video.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite alcoholic drinks. I think maybe just at Studios, but it's really good. It's refreshing and it's not too like boozy.
It's definitely my favorite drink in Hollywood Studios, and it's probably my second favorite drink on property because number one is definitely the violet sake in Japan.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Too sweet.
No, it's perfect.
Should we transition to Disney bars? Should that be?
Talk about it.
Should we?
Oh wait, let me get. Oh, mine's on the.
We haven't
Let
been.
me
to
grab
Trader
mine.
Sam's.
I'm gonna get my copy.
I haven't been to many Disney bars, but this is the one of the few I have been to. It took me 3 solo trips to like work up the courage, but also manage in the time to just go to this crazy bar by myself, and so worth it because look what I got. Yes.
It was one of the things that was originally on our list to go in July before COVID, and then COVID happened and didn't happen. Someday.
Yeah, I would say we never really been to a lot of bars though. Like
Oh.
I've drank around the world twice.
Well, we can see that counts.
I've done a lot of drinking. I've had a lot of drinks in Epcot. I mean, I have a lot of drinks just about everywhere, but I don't go to like the bars and sit down and drink. I think the only time we did it at French Quarter one time.
French Quarter's the best.
Dude,
French Quarter's my favorite.
when that opens, we're going opening weekend.
Yeah, it's so good. The Scat Club or whatever, the Jazz Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there last October 2019, and it was so fun. And like the boozy beignets were delicious.
So good.
Those look so good.
They're so good, dude.
Just fill my belly with beignets. Like the
I've yet
beignets.
to have a beignet like in
Beignets
my life.
in France on Epcot are not even anywhere comparatively close to the ones in French Quarter.
I've never had the one in France.
They're hazelnut filled. But they're almost like a jelly. Like, think of
Yes,
a
I have.
jelly filled donut with the hazelnut in the middle. They're not big and like empty and hollow and fluffy like a normal. Like I feel like a beignet should be.
I have had those. It's like a donut. It's like a donut. You're exactly right. It's not worth it.
Yeah. So Samantha, favorite bar?
Oh, Trader Sam's, 100% Trader Sam's. I mean,
Okay.
it's like I think I have all the cups, but it's just so fun and interactive, and I love bringing people there who haven't been there. Like,
well, when it opens and you eventually come back, I'm holding you to that. We will be there.
I'm vaccinated, baby. Let's do this.
I've already decided whenever I get back to the parks, that's going to be the place that I request to meet up with anyone who's in Florida.
Well, there's 4 of us now, so you're invited. So there'll be 4 of us. Like MacKenzie, she can come and you can have apple juice, sparkling cider.
No, the mocktails they have there are really good. I had a mocktail after this thing because I ordered this because I wanted the cup, not because I wanted the drink. The drink itself, I after the fact found out that it was like the most alcoholic thing I think they serve on property. Definitely at Trader Sam's. It has like 10 different kinds of rum in it. And I also didn't really eat that day. That was the day I was like going around Magic Kingdom just having snacks and recording the really bad food reviews. And then I was like, the park's too crowded. I should go get alcohol. And I was like, I want the zombie head. And then I got the zombie head filled with like every rum on the planet. But the point is, to follow that up, I got one of the mocktails and it was so flavorful and so good. It was just like sparkling water and some kind of purple syrup. And it was like nice, subtly flavored. If you like soda and you like purple syrup, it's a drink you'd like.
It probably was the the desert pear syrup.
Yeah,
I didn't hear what Mike said. I was singing the song in my head.
I made the zombie head at home, and like, because it was one of my videos, and like, it's so much rum. Like, it's so good, but I had to buy like 3 or 4 different types of rum, and I have never drank them again.
There's never such a thing as too much rum.
I mean, true.
Any rum is too much rum.
Rum is delicious.
Especially like a nice dark and stormy.
Yes.
Good night. I will sit on a beach and drink those all day.
Now, have you guys been to Tambu Lounge on the upstairs of Polynesian?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, that's where they have the Lapu Lapu. It's the big pineapple.
Yeah.
And Lapu Lapu is just rum. And it is so good. Like,
I can't have it because it's pineapple.
I can have it because I never had blend rum.
Those are good. Yeah, Tambu Lounge. Yeah, Tambu Lounge has some good stuff there too.
Nomad Lounge.
Yes, Nomad Lounge is excellent at Animal Kingdom, and then I really like La Cava del Tequila. Like if you go inside and you sit down and you have a margarita, they're fabulous. Like the avocado margarita, hands down my favorite drink on Disney property.
Wait, there's an avocado margarita?
Yes,
I've heard from several people that it's one of the best things to drink is the avocado margarita.
It's so good.
I need to go in there and get
They
one.
also
We can do
at
that.
La Cava
I
have
gotta drag your mom in though because she doesn't drink tequila. So
I'm sorry. What was that, Matt?
Mackenzie was going to say something.
La Cava de Tequila has the best queso.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. And they have good like sipping tequila. Like you can tell them like I want a shot or I want like a sipping tequila, and they'll give you like a sipping tequila with like a chaser, and it's really good. But yeah, all they have I think is like chips, queso, and guacamole, and it's really delicious.
Yeah, that's all.
It's so hard to get in right now though because every time we walk by, it's like a waiting line just to get into that, and then just to get inside, and then when you get inside, it's a line to even get in there.
I'm surprised it's open inside because it's so small in there.
You have to walk up.
They're only doing like I think a few people at a time. They have them all spaced out.
Ooh, now here's a question for the food experts who went to French culinary school. What is the difference between queso and the like Disney plastic cheese, air quotes?
It's different.
Everything. Everything is a difference.
You have cheese and you don't have cheese?
Yeah. There's
so you have cheese and then you have thickened yellow seawater.
Yeah.
Which is which?
The queso is real cheese. The yellow cheese is fake. Oh, plastic cheese. It's fake cheese.
Samantha probably knows all about the plastic cheese at Casey's Corner.
Just dispensing it.
Yep. Well, they didn't. I think they stopped serving it when I was there because, like, at one point, like, remember someone sued or something, so they couldn't serve. They used to have it in the
too hot. Yeah, they had a little pump, and now you have to ask for it. They give you a little container of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there was like an all-you-could pump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Burn themselves.
There was all you could pump cheese, baby. Not when I was there. Thank goodness.
Can you imagine just some kid just like pumping the shit? It's all over the floor.
That would have been me.
It's a leaning tower of cheese.
So, like, with Casey's Corner, again, like, people don't understand how small it is. So, like, if you ran out of soda, you had to go down into the utilidors. Like, so where the storeroom was, where all the ketchup and, like, the ketchup and mustard, because that was a dispenser, too, it's under the utilidors, like, literally right under Main Street. So it would take it takes forever to change out, like, a keg of the soda and it's so... The inner workings of Casey's Corner are just... fabulous.
I worked in small restaurants like that. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a hole. It's like a dungeon, and you gotta go down there. And you're like, I'm in no place to go. How am I gonna get this freaking thing back in here?
And you can't go ask for somebody for help. You can't get the bag open for, like, you have to, like, sucker punch those soda boxes.
The corner of the box. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no one there to help you. You're in no man's land by yourself, man. You know, every man for themselves.
And if you get it on just slightly off, it doesn't link on, and then it starts leaking out everywhere. And you're like, no, it's all over the place.
Yep. Yeah.
Restaurants.
Restaurants.
Yeah, sit downs.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, sit downs.
Sit downs.
Okay,
Okay.
hold on.
Let's do
We
it.
need to categorize.
There's so many different ways to categorize and
Yeah,
Let's
qualify.
go with in the parks
Well,
first.
how do you sit down?
Should we do one for each park?
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
For Magic Kingdom.
1, 2, 3. Be our guest.
Your guess.
That's it. That's all there is.
Oh,
Oh no, Cinderella?
No, I was gonna say Plaza.
Really?
Oh,
I keep
Plaza's
forgetting
really
that.
good. Because I used to, when I went to the parks by myself, like when I worked there, there was not a lot of, like, options to go. So I would go to Plaza. Really good, like, diner food. Like, but like they have these really good cheese fries with bacon. They're like BLT French fries. They were so good. They have all you can drink milkshakes for like $10. They have awesome meatloaf. They have a really good chicken sandwich. It's like, again, it's like American classic diner food, but it's like, I don't know, somehow elevated, but it was so good. I really like Plaza. But Be Our Guest it is really good. I do like Be Our Guest.
I think we've only ever sat down at Be Our Guest at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I like Be Our Guest lunch better than their dinner, though.
Oh yeah.
We've only ever been for dinner, and the first time we went, 2016, you had a braised pork shank.
Oh my gosh, it was
and I don't remember what I had. It was something. I think it was. Maybe I had the braised pork shank. You had something different.
I had the braised pork, and
it was
so
just delicious.
Good. But now it's not. The
I think
same.
Be Our
Oh,
Guest
and
is
you
just
brought
like the
back
epitome of
Samantha and
atmosphere
Liberty
over food.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
Be Our Guest is just atmosphere over food quality,
Yes.
based on like my experience.
I think it's transitioned that way. So I think several years ago it was really good, and then they realized that they're trying to pack so many people in there, they had to sacrifice their quality to get as more people in. So they streamlined their menu, went to a prefix menu, and said, "Oh, well, this will be better." And then it's just because they want to get more people in and out.
When did they start the prefix?
2007.
Not 18.
17.
Because I went for dinner in 2017 and it wasn't quite.
I think it was 18.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we went in
2016.
we went in 2016 and then April of 2018, and it was still not prefixed for dinner.
It was
Also, I think
late after summer 18, and then it was like you get obviously like entree, salad, or appetizer, entree, dessert, but the dessert is lackluster. It's not good. Like they serve you a macaron, and it's not even a good macaron, and they give you the chip with the white chocolate chip with the gray stuff in it, and like I'd rather just give me gray stuff on a cookie or like something like that. The
Or just
white,
on a plate.
it's really big to me in a bowl because the
Just
white
in the plastic cheese dispenser.
Yeah. But great stuff though.
The gray stuff in that would be great.
Yeah.
And then they have like a Grand Marnier truffle, but it's not a well done truffle. And like it's just too dark of a chocolate, I think, for most people to enjoy. So like and they serve it on it's the presentation's beautiful. They serve it on like edible paper, like a wax paper that has like stained glass, and it looks like, you know, all this stuff. But then you're like, this macaron is dry and it's like crumbly in like not a good way, and it like caves in. There's huge,
Overbake their shells, man.
They do. And but the first time I went for dinner, I got a fillet, and it was cooked medium, which is, I know I get hate on that, but like I'm a medium person. But like
it was intentionally medium?
Yeah, I asked for it.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm not.
I've heard worse things than it being medium.
Whoa, my concrete.
Whoa,
but I could cut into it. Was so tender. I could literally cut it with a fork. I didn't need a knife. But it was, even though it was medium, it was still like fall apart, delicious.
That's how my pork was. It was so
and like, so I was like, oh my God. And like they had like a red wine reduction sauce on it, which that was so good. And then they had like, everything was good. But then I went back because I was like, whoa, this experience was great. And then I went back and I got the exact same thing, and it was sucky.
Oh,
that's the worst. Because you were thinking about it, and then you get it, and it's like wah wah wah.
Yeah, but I do think the lunch is like not now because they're serving prefix for both. But when the lunch comes back and it's quick service, I think that is the best quick service in Magic Kingdom. But for sit down, I haven't had the Plaza. So that's probably
Liberty Tree. I saw someone in the comments said Liberty Tree, and Liberty Tree is really good too.
So
Liberty
that's
Tree.
Wade and Samantha, and
we haven't gone because they are not here.
They were supposed to come in November pre-COVID, and then obviously that happened, and so they're going to be coming hopefully this coming November. And we've told them that we will not go without them. So as much as every time we're in Magic Kingdom, we're like, man, we really want to go.
And I'm like, I want a Thanksgiving dinner now.
Oh, good. Who are you waiting to go with?
With the Briar Patch family. It's our friend.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is delicious. That was where I had my first beer in the Magic Kingdom. And their dessert is, they have I don't think it was the toffee. It was something else. It was the toffee cake. It's so good.
Toffee pudding cake, yeah.
Yes. So for lunch, normally, not now, but like normally for lunch, you can either get the all you can eat Thanksgiving, like that's all they have at dinner, or you can get at lunch, you can get a la carte, and they have different desserts for lunch and stuff like that. But right now they're just doing dinner, I think. Mm-hmm. But I like Liberty Tree Tavern, like the mains and then the sides, but like for flavor, it's pretty basic. Like it's not anything like super. Oh my god! You know?
Yeah, it's not going to be a high end because I mean, think of the way the
it's theme park.
Yeah, there's a standard threshold like with food in a theme park. There's a threshold of what you have to set for an expectation. Like you can't expect to go to like Be Our Guest or Liberty Tavern and expect to have this glorious meal because they can't support it because there's so many people coming to eat there that it'd be impossible. It would literally be you'd be there for 3 or 4 hours just to get that kind of meal all the time. That's why like your resorts and your Disney Springs are able to take more time because they're in more of an independent faction and they can spend the time creating and crafting and being better at their food.
Okay, Magic Kingdom is a tie between Plaza and Be Our Guest.
It's slim pickings on food at Magic Kingdom.
Very.
It's not
Magic Kingdom. I just eat snacks all day.
Yeah,
that's me in general. I'm not a sit-down person at all. I'd much rather just grab
and go. Friar Tuck's and get the macaroni and cheese tots. Like, it was better when they were in the foam bowls, though. The last time we got there in the square paper bowls, and it just wasn't the same. It literally was like it was a half. I feel like it was a smaller portion, and it wasn't laid out well. Like it didn't.
We didn't acknowledge Sleepy Hollow and their deliciousness.
Oh yeah, that was a great snack.
You had in your mind, you have to walk through the park and start stopping in places as you walk through the park. Like even Sunshine Tree.
Yeah. For
just for stopping to get something like just the ice cream.
Citrus Swirl. I will agree with the Briar Patch family. Citrus Swirl over Dole.
I had the I Love You float with Josiah, and he literally could not stop eating it. And he's like, I have a brain freeze. Then he stuffed more in his face. Like he just could not stop. It was so good because it was their orange. It was their citrus. their citrus swirl, and then it had strawberry soda with like a pomegranate sauce, and then it had Pop Rocks on it.
Oh.
Everything needs Pop Rocks.
It was so good. Like even I was like, "This is really good," and he could not stop eating it.
Like when I mix LeFou's brew, the recipe I have in my brain has Pop Rocks in it.
Ooh, that's a good call. We made LeFou's brew in our
video.
Why would anyone willingly recreate that monstrosity without trying to fix it and change it entirely?
Because we're dumb.
Have you watched the video?
Because we're dumb, Matt. That's why.
Have you seen the video in the mugs, and then also the cinnamon roll that went along with it?
I think I watched it for the cinnamon roll and tuned out everything to do with that drink that I hate.
It was a 9x13 pan with 2 cinnamon rolls in it.
As it should be.
They were huge. It was literally like the size of a dinner plate. It was the biggest cinnamon roll ever.
It's the marshmallow part that makes it bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, for me, it's the toasted marshmallow syrup.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I like it.
Oh, it sucks. And I'm like, I like it.
Well, I just remember when I was making my video where I spent a good 5 minutes complaining about it, the biggest slap in the face that Disney indirectly gave me was I was complaining and being like, why is there marshmallow in this drink? This is supposed to be France, like 18th century France. They didn't even have marshmallows. And like Wikipedia, and I'm like, oh, marshmallows were invented in 18th century France. But that doesn't mean it's good.
They had nougat.
No, like France didn't invent marshmallows. It's actually a very historically accurate drink. But again, it doesn't make it good.
Wait, France invented marshmallows?
Yeah, it was marshmallows were invented in France around the time Beauty and the Beast takes place.
I don't know.
God, American schools are terrible. None of us knew that.
The only really weird fact that I always remember is that Caesar salad is invented in Mexico.
Yeah, by a guy named Caesar.
No, he wasn't invented by him. They made it for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Although
Now I'm going to talk about Caesar salad for the next.
any salad can be a Caesar salad if you stab it enough.
The blood is on your hands, sir.
At 2 brute.
All right, great. Epcot.
Epcot.
Okay.
Well, Cellier is really good.
Haven't been there, but need to go.
Le Cellier is the best at the best park table service restaurant.
I believe it. I've never been there, which is a disgrace because every trip I tell myself you need to have your expensive sit-down meal be at the Canada Pavilion. Then when I get there and negotiate in my head, I'm like, do I want to spend all this money on food that is literally just meant to be the food of my people that I can get at home? And then I just never go there. So the only sit-down place I think I've ever been at Epcot, which I love, is Garden Grill. And I love Garden Grill.
Garden Grill's good.
Also never been to Garden Grill.
Yeah,
the only sit-down we've done in Epcot is Rose and Crown.
Yeah. But we were so full anyways, speeding.
Well, I've had it a second time since then, but it was.
But the little whatever it had, that little curry that it had was absolutely delicious, though. I ate the whole thing.
That was amazing.
But
I think it's hard to eat at Epcot the actual restaurants.
Yes.
Because there's always a festival.
Yes.
And it's so hard, and it's like
so
we
hard.
should go next weekend. It's like the one weekend of the year that there isn't a festival.
we should go. I always stop and get a beer. If I want to get a beer, I get a beer there. But I'm sorry, Le Fin du Monde is not a good beer.
I don't know what that is.
That's it's one of the top 10 ranked beers in the world, and they serve it, and you can get it, and it's not that
in
good.
Canada.
It's
Well, they've clearly never had Molson Canadian.
I actually like Molson Canadian. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that was meant to be a joke. You ruined it.
I would rather have that than Le Fin du Monde. It's not my kind of beer anyways. Like for me, the best beer in there's 2 of my favorite beers in Epcot are the Grapefruit Hefeweizen in Germany.
Yes.
And the Einstock in Norway.
Never had that
What's
one.
the Einstock?
And the Shipyard, you got that one.
Oh, well, that was because the Maple Bacon Shipyard was good, and I'm from Maine, so Shipyard's a Maine beer. So, but the Einstock is a dark beer. It's so good. It's so has it almost like a burnt kind of molasses, nutty. It's thick and it's so good. I could drink 10 of those.
The Oktoberfest in Germany is really good.
Oktoberfest is usually always good.
Yes. When I did my program, I tried my best to eat at sit down places in Epcot because there weren't any festivals. I think I was there between Flower and Garden and Food and Wine. Beer Garden is excellent. That is one of the best buffets on property. And it's just a lot of fun because they have everybody like dancing and they have the live band. And it's like your tables are community style. So you're sitting with strangers. That place is great. Spice Road Table in Morocco is fabulous. They have my favorite thing there is the mini lamb sliders with the hummus fries.
Ooh,
Is it
hummus fries are good? Yeah.
What was that?
Hummus fries.
So it's literally like a fried piece of like hummus, and it looks like a fry.
Think of like a hummus mozzarella stick.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I
They're
pictured like a
so
hummus
good.
poutine, like French fries with hummus on top, which I would have been on board for, but that sounds even better.
They
No,
are
no,
very
hummus
good.
poutine.
Could you
Hold on.
imagine taking and making hummus fries and then putting tzatziki sauce on top? Now spicy, then like another spicy top of that, be like poutine, some harissa sauce on top of that.
That would be so good.
Shea
Well,
butter.
That's like Mr. Kamal's fries in Animal
Oh,
Kingdom.
Mr. Kamal's.
What's Mr. Kamal? Who's Mr. Kamal?
There's like a
Yeah,
little
makes
like one of the
fries.
carts at Animal Kingdom, and they have it's like seasoned French fries, and they used to have tzatziki on them, and they were
They don't
delicious.
put anything on top anymore. They give you the sauce on the side, which is not the same.
But
No,
it's still
it's not the
delicious.
They're good. They're good dipping sauces.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like with Epcot, like I've eaten all the festivals. I always eat the food there, and then I always drink.
Yeah.
That's hard to narrow down for sit down.
The best drink that I've had for the Festival of the Arts, which is really weird, is in the World Showcase Pavilion. They have a red wine with Pib Extra in it, and it's so good.
With
No,
what?
it's really good. It's the weirdest thing. I didn't think I'd like it. I thought it was going to be awful, and it was so good.
I saw you drink that and I was like,
I don't think I heard you right. With pig extract? Is that what you said?
Pib
Yeah.
Extra. It's like
It's
Dr.
like,
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. That's better.
It's like a Merlot with.
It's
Dr.
like, what are you
Pepper.
extracting from this poor pig and putting into the wine?
Pig
That's
extra.
not okay.
It's an extra pig. It's just one extra. It's like a little suckling pig, and you drink it out of the nose. And, no, just kidding.
Gross.
That's cute.
Okay.
It's like babe.
I can tell you the
Oh,
worst
okay.
is down in Epcot.
Yes, please do.
1, 2, 3, 4, wait.
Coral Reef is so bad.
So bad.
Oh no! Why would you tell me that?
It's just not good. Do you like it? Oh no, you said you haven't
We've
been
never
there.
been. We've never been.
No.
You're paying for the experience because like it's cool. Like I mean, it's so cool. It's pretty. Like you're sitting and there's the aquarium, but like it's like worse than Olive Garden Italian type
Oh,
seafood.
no.
It's not good.
That's bad. 'Cause
It's
Olive Garden
real.
is awful.
Like and it's so expensive. Like
Yeah.
Dumb expensive.
it is real. Yeah, dummy expensive because you're paying for the experience, but like it's just not good. I would not go back.
I read one review that said it was comparable to mediocre wedding food.
Oh,
yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
But like I remember that I ate it, but I remember I didn't like eating it. You know what I mean?
I couldn't
Like,
tell you what was
I can
wrong
tell
with
you-
it, but there was just something wrong.
It just wasn't. I was so excited too, and it was not good.
It's like eating the big ziti at the wedding. It's not really good, but you eat it anyways because you're hungry because you've been dancing and you've had a lot to drink already.
Yes.
See, I am so biased with wedding food because I just literally ate wedding food for 6 years every weekend. And I just did it to have calories in order to function.
Got it.
It's not I had great wedding food, but then I know exactly what it was, where it was from, who the caterer was, and exactly whose wedding it belonged to. But then everything else just was a blur. Like, is this a thing? Like, where
Yeah.
did
I ate. I don't know
I
what.
ate food? And so, thankfully, I never got a sandwich because that happens, and that's annoying.
At a wedding?
Yeah, like for vendors.
For the help or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And it was always in my contract that I got with the gift. So
Oh, I just assumed that was like a given for any contract for someone working a
You
wedding.
think?
Like I go with the I remember my
Which is
friend's
fine.
wedding. That was
Get out of here. You're a vendor. Get out of here.
my favorite caterer was in Wilmington. I did a lot of weddings in Wilmington, North Carolina, and my favorite caterer was Middle of the Island. And they used to have a restaurant when I was a kid, so I would go there, and they had the best shrimp and grits of all time. Hey, to this day, those are the best shrimp and grits of all time. And so I did them all the time with Middle of the Island because mostly everyone in Wilmington, if you had any kind of money, that's what you did, Middle of the Island, because it was just the best. And always shrimp and grits was an appetizer. They served it in a martini glass. It had bacon. It had delicious cheese grits. So good. And so they'd just pass it around. And the meal was something else. So the woman would always give me buckets of leftovers to take home with me. And I'll be like, they paid for this. I didn't, but I'm taking it. Like, it was just like, I would walk out like this with food. Like, it was great.
She's eating it like a quart of ice cream on the couch, but the shrimp and grits.
So like normally at weddings, I have to sit on the floor and eat in the corner because there's not tables for like, it's just so quick. You eat in 15 minutes and it's whatever. So most of us just sit on the floor or like if there's a table like in the back or whatever. But we're all just like kind of just sitting on the floor, just scarfing food. And so people would like walk by us to the bathroom or something, be like, we're cool, like don't mind us. We're just eating here. And
more people.
Yeah. They were like, ooh, who are these homeless people that walked in? Like, nope, we're working. Thank you. Yeah, but I think that coral reef is worse than wedding food.
It's bad.
It's bad.
I would just never go there because I don't eat seafood. But
I'm not a big seafood fan either.
You guys
So
are crazy.
I was surprised at the number of people who had like it, like they like brought their like families there. Because like when I went, I was with a previous partner, and like that was our like anniversary dinner or whatever meal.
Oh, so that's why it wasn't good.
No, it just wasn't good.
I
We
mean,
got
90% of the
free
food is
dessert and free
experience. So.
champagne.
you have free
So that was-
champagne?
Yeah, they gave us free champagne and free dessert.
Wow.
Oh, you wear an anniversary button at Disney World, you get whatever you want. Eddie and I wore them on our last trip, and we got like a cake, and we got all sorts of stuff. Oh yeah.
I
It was our anniversary.
Really?
I don't want anybody at Disney thinking like, put me on a black. Don't give that lady free stuff anymore. But
Wait,
like,
Luke, are you still watching? What did they give you? Luke went with his wife like a year ago, I think, and they had the anniversary button, and I don't think they gave them much or anything. Luke, are you there?
I think.
We got free.
Luke, are you there?
It's me, Mark.
We got asked to be in a parade when we wore buttons once. And then it was at Animal Kingdom. This is on our honeymoon back in 2014 when Animal Kingdom had a parade. And then it started to thunder and lightning, and so we didn't get to do it. But like they brought us like
We had
backstage.
like the vest on, like the Mickey the hats with like the safari, the Mickey ears on. And
I'll find those pictures and send them because
it
they're
was a lot
adorable.
of fun. Even though we decided to do it, it was a lot of fun. But yeah.
And we also got to go backstage, so that was cool.
Yeah, we went backstage.
I got free popcorn for wearing a birthday button. That was it.
Hey, free popcorn,
We get free stuff all the time. We had a free ear of corn the other day. Then at the same Animal Kingdom, and then at the same kiosk, like a couple weeks later, we got Josiah's ice cream for free. At the same time, at the same place.
Like, did you have a button on, or just
No,
because?
nothing.
No. Well, the corn one was like 20 minutes before the park closed, and so we think that it was just kind of them being like, take our corn. But they also didn't season it, so it was not.
It does depend on the cast member, but that was weird to have it in the same. It was the same kiosk though. It was weird. It was two different cast members with the same kiosk.
Yeah, but they gave Josiah his Mickey or his ice cream for free. They were like, Mickey talked to us, and they said we had to look for somebody named Josiah, and we found you. And so,
what are the chances of that?
I don't know. I
have a really cute son. It helps out a lot for some reason.
Can I say really quick? When I worked at Casey's, I was the queen of that stuff, and the full-time people did not like it. So, like, when you work at Disney, there is a hierarchy: the full-time people and the CPs, and like pretty much they like the full-time people are mostly there because it's a job, right? Like it's nothing to them. And when you're a CP, you're like, oh wow, like what a magical wonderland!
Oh my gosh, her inner Disney princess just came out, everybody.
Yes. So I remember, I'll never forget this one time. I'll never forget this. This little girl was crying, and not like crying, having a tantrum. Like obviously something was going on. Like mom was down on her knees and like trying to reason with her. So I went over and I gave her a frozen, and I was like, oh, princess, like Mickey Mouse told me you were having a sad day. So he wanted me to give you this frozen lemonade. I gave it to her, and I went back, and one of the full timers was like, you're not supposed to do that. I said, oh, well, there's our leader right there. Why don't you go over and you tell him that I gave a frozen lemonade to a crying child, and you see what happens. Go ahead. And they looked at me and said, "Go, aren't you going to tell on me?" And they was looking at, what? You work at Disney. You're supposed to do magical moments. Like what?
Are there guidelines for like what you're allowed to give away and what you aren't?
Yes. So, like if you're a leader, like you have a book. Oh God, I forgot what they're called. Oh, no strings. They're called no strings, and they look like fake money, and they have Pinocchio on them. So like, say you're at Casey's or whatever, and you're like, God, like my whole meal is terrible. I don't like it. A leader can write you a no strings, and you can get a free meal at another place. So like one time, my grandpa was on Pirates of the Caribbean, and his hat flew off, and we got off. We told the cast member, hey, his hat flew off. Wrote us a no strings. He could go to any store on property and get a free hat. So like, if you're a leader, you can do that, and it can be like a fast pass, anything. But like for cast members, like you're encouraged to do magical moments, but nothing like crazy. You know what I mean? So like if I saw it was your birthday, I would give you like a Mickey straw or a baseball brownie, like, or a frozen lemonade. Like I couldn't comp your whole meal or anything, you know? But yeah, it's like encouraged. I think there was some, I don't want to say it on here, but there was some drama with people doing that with their friends and abusing the system.
Oh, that's no fun.
Oh, I found out the whole story on my last day, and I'm like, yeah, that's not what I was doing. I don't know anybody here. I was giving it to random guests. You know what I mean?
You're Adam. No Dole Whips allowed.
I love Dole Whips.
Dole Whips they're fine.
Especially with rum.
Oh, yes.
The raspberry one. I haven't had that one yet.
The raspberry one is quite good.
The lemon one that was the Lost Princess one was by far the best.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was that?
Oh, the
Lost Princess. It was.
The one I just had, the I Love You one is so good. I still can't get past it.
The Peter Pan float is better.
Yes, Peter Pan float was delicious.
It's so good.
Sprite and lime. Is it Sprite and lime and
Sprite, lime, and feather. Chocolate feather.
Yep. Peter Pan float is. I think it's better than a Dole Whip.
So I like Peter Pan the movie. I don't like other things Peter Pan. Like I hate the ride. It's like the worst ride in the park.
See, I don't like Peter Pan, but I like the ride.
I'm just indifferent to all of it. I honestly though, I think my thing with Peter Pan is that this is one of the few cases where the Disney version is not as good as the original. Like I think the original play and book that Peter Pan is based on is so rich with a lot of beautiful subtext about life and death that Disney just nixes.
However, give me the Peter Pan musical and I'm there for it.
However,
the musical is incredible.
I just need Hook. I need some Rupee You.
Just give me some Kathy Rigby and give me the musical.
No, give me some Rob Williams.
I won't grow up. I won't grow up. I'm flying. Look at me way up high. Here I am in the sky. I'm flying. Oh, yes. Okay, so sit down at what's left?
Studio.
Studio?
Okay, well, the only place we've been is
50s Prime, and it was really good.
Okay. Here's my thing with 50s Prime Time. That's the only sit-down place I've been at studios as an adult. And I went. This was actually the day I was in the park, the same day as MacKenzie. It was the opening of Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Oh,
yes. And so I was waiting for my fast pass. I had like 2 hours to go. I wanted to get a really big meal because I was like flying home that night. Knew I wouldn't be eating for a while. And in my head, I thought, okay, I have a couple options. I can go to 50s or I can go to Sci-Fi and like sit in one of the cars. And because of nostalgia, I decided I'm going to go 50s. Like that was my favorite place to go with my parents as a kid because of the interaction and like the setting and everything. So much fun. So I went and they were so busy. The servers weren't doing any of their fun shenanigans. Like not just for me. Like I kind of expected to not be played with because I was a solo diner, but I thought the people sitting around me would provide entertainment. But there was like literally zero fun happening. And then I ordered the sample platter and it was the most expensive thing on the menu. And they were the tiniest pieces of everything. And it was just such a, like, it wasn't a disappointing experience. Okay, no, it was a disappointing experience. It wasn't a frustrating one. Like, it wasn't a bad experience. It was just, it was disappointing.
An experience. It is what it is.
It was a letdown.
Yes, because I know how good that place can be. And it wasn't.
Yeah, because our experience was really good because the server we had, she was an older lady and she was absolutely fantastic. Like, she grabbed at us for everything. It was so funny. That
was all I wanted.
I had such a good time with that. And the food was delicious. It felt like I was eating at home. Like it felt like a home cooked meal in a home cooked restaurant. It was really cool.
So MacKenzie, tell us about Brown Derby.
No, I think 50s is the best. Brown Derby is a close second, especially the lounge. But that's not quick. That's quick service, I guess, if you want to think about it. But the lounge has such a great menu when they have food. They don't right now, which sucks. But they had filet mignon sliders with an onion jam, like a bacon onion jam, and it was delicious. It had blue cheese on it, like such interesting dishes at the lounge. And then inside, the food's fine. I think it's like it's too expensive for what you get. Food but the food quality is
welcome to Disney.
Yeah. But I think at 50s, number one, best fried chicken on property. I think, and that's coming from me who I live in the South. So like I grew up on fried chicken and that's it. So I think that 50s has I think it has everything as far as like theming and food quality and flavor. Like I think that it wins there, but I would pick 50s. I would not pick sci-fi at all.
Sci-fi is hit or miss. Like they've changed their menu so many times because I used to love sci-fi, but they've changed their menu so many times that it's never the same experience.
Yeah.
But like 50s, I find is just like so consistently good. And Matt, next time you go, just tell them you want a server who plays around, and like they will make sure to accommodate. I always tell them like I want a server who's gonna play games, and they will be like, "Oh yeah," you tell them right up. Yeah, I want a server that's gonna play around.
Done.
You can do that at Whispering Canyon too.
I did go to Whispering Canyon on my last trip for breakfast, and that was so much fun. And like
Whispering
my
Canyon is a lot of fun.
it was so good.
Whispering Canyon
breakfast is the best value.
Yeah. Yes.
Say more. Yes.
So beyond good, and like it's fun. The Wilderness Lodge is gorgeous, and like, but it's $26.
Oh, it was so good.
For all you can eat, which whatever, but like you get the experience. You get like, because it's like 50s when they're like they mess with you and whatnot, but then at the same time, you're getting like Mickey waffles, biscuits and gravy, like sausage, brisket,
Mickey waffles,
all this stuff. It's so good.
I got the carnivore skillet. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thumbed down and she said Mickey waffles. So I was thumbed down Mickey waffles.
Oh no,
biscuits
and gravy.
Dare you?
Mickey waffles are delicious.
They're awful.
No, get out of here.
Biscuits and gravy, though.
Oh, the biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy at the quick serve at French Quarter is the best biscuits and gravy.
You need to go to Whispering Canyon and talk to me.
It's literally like a bowl. Like they give you like this big giant bowl with 2 giant biscuits in it, just smothered in gravy. It's like a pound and a half of biscuits and gravy. It's so good, and it's spicy, and it's so good.
See, this is like Southern sausage gravy.
This was Southern sausage gravy. It's the French Quarter. We're pretty far south.
No. New Orleans sausage gravy is different than Southern sausage gravy.
We can go. All these places we can go to.
It's so good.
Sausage gravy is basically sausage, flour, milk, pepper, salt.
That's it.
And sometimes you put some chili flakes in if you want a little bit of heat.
I put seasoning sauce in mine sometimes.
Cajun sausage is different. Like
this is made traditional though. It's not made. They don't make it Cajun sausage though. They don't use like tasso or anything like that. Tasso ham is fantastic. By the way,
I think you need to do a video where you compare them, like in one day.
Oh my gosh, my stomach.
Well, we have to wait for French Quarter to open.
Yes, but like when it does open, that's how you celebrate.
That's gonna need some expansion of my stomach to fit that one in. Gosh.
Samantha, did you decide on 50s as well?
Yes, 50s is great. I agree with MacKenzie about the fried chicken. That's my go-to. Peanut butter and jelly milkshake. You can't lose. And like I've always had a fun server, but again, I ask. So like I would totally recommend like if anybody's ever been and they want to go and they want to make sure they get the full experience, ask. Can I share like a favorite thing that it didn't happen to us, but I overheard it?
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
There was like a table next to us, and like, oh, this poor girl. I hope she has a good therapist. She was like 13, 14. And she was on her phone, and they tell you like no walkie-talkies at the table. She was on her phone texting a boy. The server picks up the phone and starts reading her text messages aloud. And I wanted to hug this, and it was like, "Hi, I'm at Disney. Do you like me? Did we kiss when we go back?" And I was like mortified for that little girl. Because can you imagine, like, you're going through puberty, you're in a very crowded restaurant with your family, and you're texting a boy that you like,
and you probably want to go there.
I'm so happy that happened.
I am too, but I felt terrible.
I want to know who that server was, and I want that server every time.
Yes.
That's the one I want.
Also, I would like to say an unpopular Hollywood Studios food opinion, if I can.
Yes.
No.
Hollywood and Vine is pretty good, and it's a really good character meal, and the buffet is actually delicious.
But it's not the best buffet on property for characters.
I don't even know where Hollywood and Vine is.
It's right next to
it.
It shares a bathroom with 50s.
Yes.
That's how little I know about it. That's how little
it gets so much hate. And like while I'm on my program, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go there. And I had the most fun at that meal. Like again, the food was pretty good, but the character interactions there are so good and it changes each season. So I've gone for summer and I've gone for Halloween. And like I think it's so fun. Like even if you don't have kids, the characters are fantastic. And it's I think it's a good value. What was that?
That makes me so happy. I've skipped it every time because I've just read lackluster reviews. And like I love character meals. I didn't think I would because when I worked for a cruise line that was maybe Carnival, but I'm not saying it was. I had to be like the character attendant for the Dr. Seuss breakfast, and it was one of the worst experiences of my professional life, if not my life in general. And it I thought killed me for ever being able to enjoy a character meal. And
Did
then,
the cat in the hat read your text messages out loud for you?
Oh, I wish. No. Well, it wasn't the characters. It was the people. It was like the guests, and then having to coordinate the characters' time. It was a very stressful atmosphere. And I remember in the moment thinking, I don't understand how anyone, like any of these guests, can be enjoying themselves right now because of how rushed this is, but also how awful all of these guests are to each other. And then I'm like, against my better judgment, that's why I went to like Garden Grill. And then I was won over completely, and I'm in love now with character meals, and I love them. And so, a point of the story is I've always wanted to go to Hollywood and Vine because usually my trips happen when they're doing their like Oscar party and they're in their really fancy outfits, and I'm like, this is amazing. I want these pictures, but I've avoided it because the reviews haven't been great. But I trust you more than I trust the internet. So
I honestly I really like it. They have a really like great selection, like a lot of different things. Like at Halloween, they had like pumpkin ravioli and like different fall dishes. Summertime, it was more like, lobster and like seafood type things. And it was good. Again, like we've said about all this food, it's theme park food. We need to take that with a grain of salt, but it's good. And it's a different.
A lot of grains of salt is what you need.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
You're so anchored.
It's good. Like it's better than Chef Mickey's. Chef Mickey's is pretty much like, yeah.
Shot fired.
Yes. but I really like Hollywood and Vine, and I get so much hate online, and I'm like, I've gone without kids twice to it, and I have such a fun time. And even if you just go for the characters and their costumes, I would totally do it.
Oh, I'm all about character meals for that exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just such a fun, less stressful way to meet them.
It is.
Well, if we want to move on to Animal Kingdom, we can talk about our favorite sit down, which is Tusker House. Speaking of amazing character interaction and amazing food,
I don't have
been there.
Tusker House is so good.
What did you say, MacKenzie?
I don't have one for Animal Kingdom because I don't have any sit downs.
Me neither. I've only been to Satuli really, and then I've gotten a couple random snacks. So I don't have much to contribute.
Yeah,
mine is Jack and Yeti.
Oh, I forgot.
It's so good.
I've heard it's good, but we just always go to Tusker House because it's a buffet. It's African food, and it's just I like it because you have so much more variety. Like you have all like the traditional like chicken nuggets and French fries and macaroni and cheese for everybody else, but they have the mealy pap, and they have
first cooking video.
They have a big giant like roasting oven, and they're roasting meats like right out there, and they're carving it to order. It's so good. And you just go down through and pick out everything. Like just put it on my plate.
And we did that on a whim because a friend of mine was in the DCP at the time. That was 2016, and she was like, "Hey, I'm working at Tusker House. You should come and say hello." And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll make reservations. And we literally made them on our way to the safari like 2 hours beforehand. Welcome to 2016 when you didn't have to plan anything. And it was so great. And the food was delicious. And so then it became like a staple every time we went back. And now they're still not open.
I need to go back. Yeah, I need some. But yeah, that's the only sit down we've done. I feel like Animal Kingdom though, like I'd rather snack my way around though. Like just stop and grab something. Like for me, the buffalo chicken trilobites at Trilobites and buffalo chicken chips are so good. They're so good.
What's the best snack at Animal Kingdom? And do not lie to me right now.
Popcorn.
No, the
Mr. Kamal's friend.
spicy mac and cheese, the spicy shrimp mac and cheese at 8 Spoon.
Yes,
Oh,
we
is it
know,
the corn,
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie?
We know it's the corn.
The corn.
The corn was good, but it's like I just feel like it's such a. I don't know. I grew up eating so much corn. It's like, yay, corn on the cob.
I'm sorry.
I get better corn. I get better corn from the grocery store.
I've never had the corn. Where do you even get the corn?
It's
what is
Right
this
by,
corn?
where the
The
little
Harambe Market in front of the Safari. They grill up the corn. They dip it in a big vat of butter, and then they put a secret spice on it that I cannot figure out, and neither can Mike.
It's
Nope,
I
don't.
said it earlier.
So is it like elotes?
Mike went to French culinary school.
He didn't go to African culinary school.
He didn't go to Disney culinary school.
It's
I
not
was
a
at Disney after culinary school.
It's African spices, so it's like cumin and like I'm sure there's some
It's very Indian. Yeah, it's very Indian spices, African spices. It's like I can't think. I already lost the word for it.
Garam masala.
Sort of. I said the name earlier actually when we were talking about Mr. Kamal's fries.
It's probably the same seasoning.
I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff from Mr. Kamal's fries.
It's the
but on
same
corn.
seasoning.
So then, is it the seasoning that really like elevates it from regular corn? Is that
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it helps.
So basically, if you like corn and you like seasoning,
If you like butter.
you like it.
And you like butter.
Yeah,
Matt and I are
not
off on the
better.
corn debate here.
Really
I have no dog in this fight.
Yeah.
It's literally thrust deeply into butter.
Ah,
Well, everything's better when it's thrust deeply into butter.
thrust.
Matt, food?
Thrust. What?
What's your favorite food at
Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom?
Rainforest Cafe.
Again, I've never. Oh yeah, Rainforest. I keep forgetting that that's there.
So is everyone else.
The only food I've really had there is Satuli Canteen, which I've already spoken about loving, just in general. Have I eaten anywhere else? I don't think I have. I've gotten like rice at the Yak and Yeti takeout window just as a snack, which was fine. It was just like standard fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Oh, one thing that I love getting, and it's not even that good, it's just kind of become my traditional thing to get in terms of snacks, is the dark chocolate chili pepper Mickeys at Surrey Sweet Shop, which not a lot of people know about, but it's
I like
so
the
good.
haystack.
The haystack.
The haystack. Oh, so good.
Mhm.
It's the potato sticks, and it's like all balled with peanut butter and
Ooh.
a little bit.
Shouldn't work, but it does.
It's salty and peanut butter and chips. It's delicious.
So you're saying
That if you like peanut butter,
and you like potato sticks, you'll like this dessert.
thank you.
bump.
Adam, my friend Adam Leg of Leg Life is in the chat.
Oh, that's who Leg Life is. I've been reading.
I need to know what that URL is that he bought that happens to redirect you to a particular cruise line that Matt should look at. I
Wait,
forgot what it was.
What do you say? What?
The Earl.
Adam's he's big into buying URLs that are like just good, and then he will redirect them somewhere if it's funny. So he bought one that redirects you to a particular cruise line that we mentioned that Matt worked on. And it's
might have worked on. Not
Matt worked on. I mean, what?
Yeah.
He's not in the chat anymore. He just texted me.
Oh.
What's that? Anyways, let's move on to Disney Springs.
Well, could it be Disney Springs in general off property? Because my favorite sit-down dining experience is at a resort.
I think there needs to be two separate because
Yeah,
I
we're
have two
doing
separate
separate.
answers.
Ooh, okay. So then Disney Springs, I'll go first because I really have nothing. Because my Disney Springs dining encounters are usually like my arrival day, and I'll always go to Deluxe Burger, which has become my tradition because dependable, good, quick, delicious, and like right in the hub of the area that I like to hang out in. So like near World of Disney and the art store, kind of within a stone's throw of those. So that's my answer.
I know where it is. I would love to go. I figured you're more of a poutine guy, but that's just me.
What, poutine?
Wow.
Well, I can get poutine
Stereotypical
here.
Canadian.
We can get real poutine.
When I go to Disney, I'm only there for maybe 10 to 12 days at the most. So
Only?
I know. I stretch it out and budget for as much as I can. But because of that, I'm very conscious of every single food purchase where I go through a whole thought process where I'm like, okay, how much does this cost? Is it worth it? And is it anything that I can get at home? And then if it's anything close to something I can get here, I won't. So if it's poutine, like I've had poutine in Montreal, so I'm not gonna
Montreal.
I'm not gonna have the poutine in Orlando, Florida, for fear that it might ruin me. And the poutine here will never.
It probably would ruin you in a certain way, and
yes, it's true.
There'd be some visitation purposes you'd have to take into effect.
Lascelia, you have the poutine? By the way.
I do want to try that poutine. I really want to try that.
Wow. Yes.
Which is like beef stew.
No. Just the sauce.
Oh, you mean the demi-glace?
Mm-hmm.
Samantha, what about you? Sit downs at Disney Springs?
I haven't had a sit down at Disney Springs except for Planet Hollywood. And that's yeah.
So your favorite quick
cast that one off like the first.
Your favorite quick service at Disney Springs then?
It's Earl of Sandwich, like 100%. I love Earl of Sandwich. Like it's just I have to go there. Like Matt said, I go for my arrival day to Disney Springs, and I have to go there and get the Earl's Club with extra Earl sauce and a bag of their chips because that place is so good. And like we don't, that's not a thing here. Like there's one, I think there's one in Orlando and one in Anaheim, right? I think that's it.
What?
No. They're more than this. Oh.
Yeah. I
know there's one in France.
Yeah, there's Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never.
Earl Sandwich is really good. I had a horrible experience waiting for food because they're freaking slower than molasses.
Because MacKenzie made us do it.
They do take a long time.
Their bread though is the bread is top notch. Like their bread is, I would literally just give me a piece of bread and I would eat that.
That's what makes it.
But I got their Thanksgiving sandwich because we didn't have Thanksgiving because we literally were driving in the car. So that's the first thing I wanted. We got there. It was really good. I was actually really impressed with it. I'd like a little more cranberry on it, but
yes,
it was.
That's
really
a great
good.
sandwich.
I get the really sandwich.
The what?
Which one?
Caprese.
Caprese.
Oh, okay.
Which is also a good thing to eat.
Yeah.
I would say quick serve. Obviously, we're gonna be chicken guy, but
sit down.
Sit down. We want a bit of Wolfgang Puck and Mormont Asia and
Boathouse. You live
Boathouse. Hello, Boathouse 100%.
That.
I'm saying Boathouse.
They had
Homecoming.
It's on my list.
It's on our list.
I want to go there so bad.
I don't know what that is.
I forgot. I've been to Raglan Road, and the first time I went, it was so good. Sit down. And then I went a couple years later, and it was not good.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I went there for lunch one day, and it was so good. And then I went there for dinner with my friends, and it was just okay. So yeah, my answer still stands at Earl of Sandwich.
Boathouse was good though. Like I had the pimento cheese app, which was I literally couldn't stop eating.
No, he could not.
Oh, so good. And then the tuna, I was expecting a little bit more on the plate, but it was a really good piece of tuna. There's a little bit of silver skin in the middle, which was kind of tough, but it was really good, and the sauce was good.
And then I got the filet sliders.
The filet sliders were absolutely amazing.
What is this?
I only recognize one of those people, and it's Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
That's number one. You should Art Smith.
Yeah,
okay.
But
Cool.
That was a lot of fun too. Those buffalo chicken or the blue cheese chips that they had were really good. And then I had his version of a Cuban, which was really good.
This was
the duck ramen bowl at Morimoto Asia. I would drink and eat like 10 of those bowls.
French chef kiss.
French kiss chef.
What was it at Morimoto?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a duck ramen.
Oh.
Boathouse though has the dueling piano people playing, so that gives it an edge up.
I want the Wagyu beef because I want them to present me with a certificate of authenticity for my meal.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, we have to go to Tepanito for that, dude. Or not Tepanito. What's that new place? Takumi Te.
Yeah.
I just think Wagyu is like one of those. It's just a marketing gimmick. Like there is
obviously, and I want the gimmick. I want
But
them to give me the piece of
Wagyu
paper.
is like a real thing, but it's like I feel like most of it is like if you get a Wagyu burger, it's just a gimmick. It's who's gonna grind up that quality of meat and make a freaking burger?
Hey, in Alaska, their Club Paris, I told you that they grind up filet mignon for their burgers.
I'm sorry.
That's fine though. But you're not lying about it though. Like I think Wagyu is a style of beef, the way they raise it versus a fillet is a cut of meat. There's two different things. Like
that's the best burger I've ever had though. That filet burger and
I bet it was amazing. Especially you have to add enough fat to it though to make it worth it because you can't grill a burger without fat.
The best burger I've ever had was when I followed Chef Mike's recipe for a smash burger. I made it myself.
How was it?
It was. I just said it was the best burger I've ever had. Why we need to listen, Mike.
Huh?
Okay.
If you like burgers and you like them smashed, you like Mike's recipe for smash burgers.
Amen.
Bump, bump, bump.
I gotta perfect my buns though because I don't like buying buns. I always buy brioche ones and they're always way too soft. Like they just kind of get flat after you grill them. That doesn't work out for me.
MacKenzie, what is your sit down of choice at Disney Springs?
Yes.
Disney Springs.
I mean, between Homecoming and let me see. I would say Homecoming.
What's your favorite sit down? What's your favorite quick serve?
Chicken guy.
Yeah.
We started off with
You're
that.
not gonna go Gideon's?
That's a dessert place. That's different.
It's still a quick serve though.
Okay, I would pick the ganachery if I was going to pick a dessert place.
Oh, then I would pick Ghirardelli's.
I would pick Goofy's Candy Company. I love Goofy's Candy Company. Goofy's Candy Company is an experience.
I would pick Gideon's, but for the coffee cake cookie.
And not standing in the rain.
And not standing in the rain for an hour.
You fill out a form, and then they take the form and make it a thing. It's the most magical. It's like building a droid, except edible. It's like building a bear, except candy.
Aristocracy is also great.
Okay, so can you tell me? Okay, so I've never done this experience that you're talking about. So, like,
is it like a giant pixie stick?
Kind of. Oh, see, if I had I don't know where my scrapbook is. I'm gonna go look for it. Hold on.
Okay, this is the part of the show where we talk about Matt.
Squirrel.
And how much we hate Canada.
Might be a minute.
I love Canada.
I know.
think Canada's awesome.
We have nothing wrong with Canada.
So if they steal all of our jobs, they make our chips horrible, and steal our lobster.
What? Chip?
Yeah, what about the chips?
So growing up as a kid, we had this company called Humpty Dumpty. It's a New England regional potato chips, and they were awesome. They did the best like spicy barbecue chips. They got bought out by a Canadian company, and now they're awful chips. They're like the worst chips.
Ooh, yeah, that's the tea.
We don't have ketchup chips and all dressed. We don't have that.
We have all dressed. Those are delicious. But
finding all dressed at Publix, you can't do it.
Oh, I've only had them in New England. My mom used to get them all the time.
Yes.
By the way, I bought Cheerwine the other day at Publix.
I showed her today on the phone.
Hey, don't worry, I
couldn't
found
find Sundrop. I was so upset.
I know you can't because it's only sold in North Carolina.
Well, the next time you come down, you can bring me some.
I'm back.
Like a 12-pack, or do you want bottles?
And that's the story of why we don't like Matt.
This is my shush, you love me. This is
All
my
I wanted
scrapbook.
From Christmas was my 2 front teeth.
Where is it?
While Matt is looking for this, let's move to resorts.
Wait,
We have not eaten at
that's
many
not it.
resorts.
Sanaa.
I was gonna go with Olivia's.
Oh, Olivia's is good too. Oh, for breakfast, give me some grits, some Olivia's grits.
For breakfast, Olivia's hands down. Any other time of the day, Sanaa. Bread service. So good.
Speaking of bars too, your mom and I went and sat at the bar at Sanaa. We literally we both got like 2 old fashions. He only charged us for 1 apiece. It was awesome, and we had like bread service over there too. They were really good old fashions too.
MacKenzie,
Okay, here we go.
tell me about the wave.
We've been to the Wave.
The wave is great.
The wave is it.
So, Goofy's Candy Company, you fill this form out.
Oh, I'm gonna see if I can get you. Hold on, there we go.
There we go. So, your name, and then you pick what kind of treat you want. I picked crisp rice cereal treat. It was in the shape of Mickey, obviously. Then you get to pick your main dipping flavor between those three options, dark, milk, or white chocolate. One topping, you can add more, but I wasn't greedy. So I went for a dark chocolate dipped peanut butter chip Rice Krispie treat with a milk chocolate drizzle. But look at how many different options you have. You can mix and match. I have a friend who said that she does marshmallow dipped in milk chocolate covered in graham crackers. So that's like a s'more type deal. You can mix and match so many different flavors. And after you fill out the thing, oh no, stuff's falling on my scrapbook.
Oh no.
After you fill out the thing, then it's like such a cool process because you get to see them take the like untainted piece of candy, like the neutral canvas of candy, be it a Rice Krispie treat in the shape of Mickey or an apple that is candied or just a stick with marshmallows on it. Then you get to see them dip the thing and then they put it into a blast freezer chiller thing for like 5 minutes. Then they take it out and then they keep adding crap to it. And it's the most magical experience. So it's like, like I said, it's like Build-A-Bear for candy.
So if you like candy, you like Mickey-shaped things, and you like to choose your own stuff, then you'll love this treat.
Well, it depends, because not all of them are Mickey-shaped. You need to listen. Only the Rice Krispie treats are Mickey-shaped.
Well, you chose the Mickey. The Mickey
oh, yes, obviously, because those are things that I like, yes. So, in conclusion, like that's one of my favorite things. I have the video footage for that experience that I just never edited into a video. I have like an entire week of vacation footage from last year that never made it to the channel. Maybe one day I'll do a flashback. We'll see. But while we're here talking about favorite resorts, allow me to flip to the next page of my scrapbook to show you the greatest dining experience I had on property. Hold on. Yeah.
God.
This was like the most magical. It was so good.
Did you have the poison apple?
I mean, like this is the kids menu. I ate off the adults menu, but I wanted it because it had puzzles and stuff, and they could autograph it. But Snow White, like the Snow White dinner at Artist Point, is to me like the pinnacle of Disney dining. It's good quality food surrounded by like immensely themed entertainment, and like all the food is themed to Snow White. And I know people don't like it because they're like, it's weird. I don't want to eat this weird thing. I want macaroni and cheese. And it's like, be more open-minded to delicious themed food. But like the dessert was incredible. They had the gooseberry pie from Snow White. Amazing. The main course.
Sounds like an interesting thing to make for a video.
I requested that from I think both of your channels.
Yes.
Well, listen, it's going to happen very soon on one of the channels.
Is it really?
There's a special delivery coming in the next couple of days.
Wait, like you mailed it to me?
No.
No.
Coming to the channel, not
coming to our house. There's a special thing being delivered that is in a container that's going to make a certain thing.
Oh, did you order gooseberries?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And I told somebody else in this chat that when I was done with it, if she wanted it, I would mail it to her.
Wasn't me. I don't make pie.
You're gonna remail the mailed gooseberries.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
gonna make something out of it. I'm just gonna send the can.
I'm gonna like use up half the can and then just.
The recipe calls for a whole can, so we're gonna use a whole can.
That's fine.
Maybe we'll make little tarts. And we'll just divide with little tarts. And
That's basically what you get at Storybook.
Yeah, you get a little tartlet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was my main complaint. It was so good that I wanted it like as a legit slice of pie. The other desserts were fine, but like that to me was like the best flavor thing that they had. But that whole meal, that whole experience is all about combining good, like I would say it was good food just on its own, by its own merits, but the fact that it's elevated by everything, like you have twinkle lights on your freaking table.
Yes.
It's so magical. And then the characters come around and meet you, which is so much fun. There are sing-alongs. There's a dwarf processional. It's amazing. There's like a full like ceremony for when the evil queen shows up. You have to be officially invited to meet her, and they bring you an invitation, which is great. I got the smoking mirror cocktail, which was so magical. Like they brought me like a tiny little vial that was like a potion thing. They dump it into my glass, and then they have the actual glass upside down on like a piece of wood. Then they're like ready, and then they wave the smoke around, and the smoke like smell stayed in the glass for the whole 2-hour dining experience. This was the greatest thing I've like done at Disney World. I cannot recommend it enough, even though it's closed, and who knows when it's coming back.
Come back.
It's such a good. I'm gonna like piggyback off of what Matt said. I like my grandma comes. She's my like number one Disney travel partner, and she is so fussy about Disney food. And I was like, we gotta try this. She loved it, and everything you said spot on. Theming, food, characters, like atmosphere, ambiance. It is so good. My favorite thing was the mushroom bisque for one of the appetizers.
Yes.
It was so, I think about that a lot all the time because it was one of my favorite things that I've eaten, but it was so good. What did you have for your entree?
I had the prime rib with the giant Yorkshire pudding.
That was so, my grandma had the prime rib. I had the hunter's chicken, and everything there was awesome. The Evil Queen was fantastic. Probably my number one character interaction I've ever had in the parks at a restaurant. It was so good.
So is that your answer as well, Samantha?
No. So it's.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Yeah,
What's
it's either.
better?
This place gets a lot of crap. I really love Ohana. Like.
Crap.
Oh God, I see so many people saying how overrated it is. I love Ohana. Like it is such a good meal. I think just for the shrimp appetizer and the bread pudding alone, it's probably my top. Honorable mention to Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Nice.
Probably one of the best meals I've had in my life. One of my friends is a chef there. And we went there and he took care of us and it was awesome. I mean, we had such a good meal. The bread and roasted garlic they serve you before your meal. It's a whole bulb of roasted garlic and the bread is so good. I had a filet, big thing of mac and cheese. The desserts were awesome. They have a great wine list. It was very, very elevated theme park dining, like totally great for like date night. Like I really liked it. But I would say for like an overall like family dining experience, Ohana. And yes, Amanda and Mike, you should definitely go to Yachtsman for like a date. Like leave JP with someone and go there.
Oh, you mean my parents? Like we do like once a week?
Yeah. Why don't? Yeah, whoever. Yeah.
Or just some random stranger. You know, just, hey, you want to take my kid for a couple hours?
Just mail him to Wisconsin. I'll take care of him. It's fine.
Perfect. So
he can come to the funeral home with me.
No, he can bring the gooseberries.
He can pack him up in a little box with
and
the
then Samantha can run to the border and throw it over to Matt.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you're kicking my child over the
That
border.
was me punching their child, dude.
Either way, go for it.
Ah, oh. Into the Niagara River.
Was I supposed to catch the kid?
Yes.
MacKenzie. I know you won't kick my child because you're the only one that's met my child in person. And
I
wouldn't kick your child. I'm sorry.
He gave me candy.
He's been so nice about giving candy out.
But Matt is also his favorite YouTuber.
I know.
And he literally got bashful before you got on, Samantha. He was like, he came and sat on my lap and he was like, "Hi, Matt." And I was like, "Tell Matt, happy belated birthday." He goes, "Happy birthday."
It was the greatest thing.
Aww.
But he literally, if I'm like, "Hey, who's your favorite YouTuber? Is it MacKenzie or Matt?" And he's like, "Matt."
Aww.
It's cute. Sorry, MacKenzie.
That is cute.
All right,
Whatever.
MacKenzie, tell us about
MacKenzie, you're my favorite.
Thanks, Mike.
Because she can actually cook.
Samantha can cook too.
Well, I don't. It's the first time I met Samantha, so I can't say anything.
Did you not see the hot chocolate video?
I actually went and researched rose chocolate. I was actually very impressed.
I think I made a very good hot chocolate.
It looked really good. I'm going to have to get some rose chocolate and try it, by the way.
I'm still very concerned about what MacKenzie's answer is.
Oh, yes.
She's been deep in thought.
I know what it is, but I want to know her.
Well, quick service for resorts is Contempo.
Okay, yeah.
The barbecue chicken pizza, flatbread.
Absolutely hated Contempo. Absolutely hated it.
Well, it's because it was like the way that it's set up.
It's okay.
Right after they opened up.
It was the first week after they opened up.
Oh,
no.
Don't judge it on that. You have to go back.
Yeah, I'd go back when it's actually open.
I'm salty towards them because I went after Magic Kingdom had closed. Like they were probably an hour-ish from closing, and it was just me and like one other family that ordered food. The other family had like this adorable kid in a princess dress, and then they came out and they were like, "Hello, princess. Would you like a free treat from the bakery?" And then she was like, "Yes." And then she got like the biggest cookie I had seen in my life for free. And I'm like, oh, so I guess they're like getting rid of the inventory because they close soon. Then I just look at the person. I'm like, and they're like, oh, what was your order number? I was like, it's this. It was like, okay, yeah, it'll come out soon. I'm like,
Matt, I would have given you a free cookie when I was
Thank
working. You're welcome.
just wanted a free cookie.
I am also partial to contemporary in general for food because of my friend
Chef.
And the Wave is my favorite restaurant on property, period. Mainly
They have a
because
great breakfast.
I
Got
have
it.
a story that the Wave.
There we go.
So here's the story. This is I think magical. It's the most special I've ever felt in my life, which is kind of sad. But
And Josiah gave you candy too. Like,
true. That made me feel really special. It was the same day.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the same day. And okay, so back in 2019, I resort hopped for the holidays because why not? And I collect pins. So Chef Jeff, the pastry chef for the Contemporary Resort, the head pastry chef, was out signing pins at the time. And we were at the Contemporary, and I was like, so I chatted. He signed my pin, and it's over there somewhere.
Like he signed the actual pin?
Yeah, there's a spot for it.
Oh, nice.
And we chatted for like 20 minutes after that about food. There was a line, and it was like, whatever. Like, meet him. And I said, yeah, I'm trying to get a reservation for upstairs at California Grill, and I can't ever get one. He said, oh, well, here's my business card. Whenever you come next, hit me up, and we'll take care of it. And I said, great. And whatever. He's so nice. So I did that, and we got a brunch reservation that was in, okay. So we didn't do that in March because it was something weird. And then in September, I had gotten a brunch reservation. Lies. I did go to dinner in March, and it was delicious. And we saw the fireworks, and it was 10 days before the park closed in 2020. And it was just so beautiful, so delicious, so good at California Grill. And then he gave me a brunch reservation for September, which that's one of the hardest reservations to get on property, period. And it's all you can eat, unlimited mimosas, the best, whatever. So I was so pumped. And then they all got canceled. So I was like really upset. They're not doing brunch right now. So I emailed him and I was like, hey, we're coming in December. Like, can we, like, I was meeting up with Adam and Sherry and Auburn and her family. So I was like, hey, there's 7 of us. Can we get a dinner reservation for this day? Because they hit 15,000 subscribers, Adam and Sherry did. And then Auburn hit 1,000. And then, I had stayed with them and it was a whole thing. So ending the year nicely. And so he goes, yeah, sure. So he just, whatever. So we go upstairs to the California Grill. And there's confetti on our table, Mickey-shaped confetti. It's in the shape of a Disney castle. Like, it's just all there. Perfect view of the castle all lit up. Delicious food. A little disappointing, actually, than it was the first time, which is surprising. And then he messaged. I got an email at 4:00 in the morning the next day, and it's from Chef Jeff. And I thought we had a great meal, whatever, all this stuff. Chef Jeff emails me 4:00 in the morning because that's what time he gets to the Contemporary. He said, "Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. A bottle of wine was supposed to come out to your table and it didn't. I made you this sugar." I'm going to show you this picture. The sugar sculpture was supposed to come out and it's still sitting back here. So, well, I made you all these chocolates. I did all this stuff. Like, all this stuff was supposed to come out to your table and it didn't. And I'm very sorry. And I'm upset. Can you come by the Contemporary and grab this stuff? And I said, absolutely, Chef Jeff. So,
yes, I can.
Of course.
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef. And so I went to the Contemporary. He comes downstairs with like holding boxes. We meet in front of Outer Rim. And he gives me these boxes of the holiday cookies, the chef hat chocolates that he handmade for me. He gives me, I gave Mike and Amanda because we met up at Epcot after that.
Yep.
And, we just all the peppermint bark, all the stuff that was seasonal at the Contemporary, like he just put in a box for me along with other stuff. And then he made these particular like Lindor chocolate kind of situations, like the creamy ganache on the inside and then the hard chocolate on the outside. He made chef hat ones because he knows that my dream is to be a chef in another world. And so he did that. And so he shows me this picture, which I had to remove the background of because it's from backstage, so I'm not allowed to show it on public. But this is what he made me.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
And it was supposed to come out to my table, and it didn't. And so he just sent me this picture. He airdropped it to me. And so that was a thing. And he didn't give it to me because it would have melted immediately. And then, so I said, he goes, you have to try the Wave. I eat lunch there every day. And I said, oh, okay. So I'd never eaten at the Wave. So we went to Disney Springs that night, and I was like, this is crazy busy. I don't want to come back here tomorrow night because we did have a reservation for Boathouse. And I was like, I don't want to do this situation again of how they're lining up. It's crazy when you go to
insane.
And so I was like, I don't want to do this again. So what's available in a park or in a resort? So I look and the Wave has an availability and I was like, great. So we booked the Wave. This was the best meal I've ever had at Disney. And it was so well priced. Like, I think it was a great value for like the 7-layer cake is on a secret menu right now from the lounge for the DVC, which hello, yes, please. And smoked cheddar grits, like such a simple dish, but like elevated so much. The pork was cooked perfectly. I had pork tenderloin. So delicious. The chef came out and talked to us for 15 minutes. And while he talked to me for like 20 minutes about Broadway, which whatever.
Nice.
Did you get to watch our Hamilton live stream? No.
I wish.
Oh.
And then he did talk about how he lived in New York and they would go and he would do like stage door situations and he would talk about like all this stuff. But then
way to do it.
He when he walked up, he brought me this.
Oh, cute.
Because Chef Jeff was upset. So he made me this.
Chef Jeff.
That because I didn't get the other stuff the day before. And so he like I wanted to cry. And so everyone around me went everyone around me was like staring and they were like oh my gosh, did you order that? And I was like, no.
Yeah, no, I did not.
I was doing it. It was just handed to me. Yeah. And just no big deal. He's gonna know somebody. And but like it was our server was great, the food was fantastic, but the price for the food that I got was so reasonable, like even for Disney. Like I think that like it's California Grill, what California Grill should be with food.
Okay.
Without the view. Like they need to move that upstairs and California Grill downstairs. Because the only appeal about California Grill is the view. Because sushi should not be $17. Like that's stupid. So
not like, Disney.
Nowhere it should be $17 except like maybe a like bougie Japanese place.
Yes.
But this is not that. Like a California roll should not be $17.
Oh, yeah, California roll with like
roll, absolutely not. No, that's
so,
the way we're
like a $5 roll.
Will stand by the fact that Whispering Canyon has the best breakfast at a resort or just in general on property. And then Contempo, I'll give or take that. But the Wave for every other meal, like anytime, any day, I will live off of that. I even brought it home with me like 8 hours. I drove it home, my leftovers.
See, I think I had the Wave for birthday breakfast once, and I agree with you 100%. Like, so the trick with the Wave is like they have a full menu, but they also have a buffet. Everything on the full menu is on the buffet. So why would you? Yeah. So why would you not just get the buffet? So
because
we got
the buffet not open because of COVID.
Yeah, they don't have.
But like, you're 100% right. Quality and it is so good and it is very reasonably priced. And I think how much was it for the bottom? I don't remember how much it was for bottomless mimosas, but I think we did that.
I think it was like $15,
which is
absolutely worth it.
It is. I have a similar like chef story about Disney. Can I share it? Is that okay?
You can. I will say I did get a text from my mom asking if we were almost done because she's kind of keeping an eye on Josiah. So
I'm sorry. It'll be really quick.
Let the story be the grand finale.
Yes,
it's not that. It's not as great as Mackenzie's though. It's
not as good as Matt's baguette.
What did you full size baguette?
Oh, and actually, I have the wrapper from full baguette in the scrapbook. I'll find it. Story.
What a baguette! He got a baguette.
So my friend, before COVID, he worked as a pastry chef at Grand Floridian, and for my birthday dinner, I wanted to go to Park Fair because I was like, I've never really been there. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at my table, and Goofy's my favorite character. And this comes to our table. Wait, okay.
Let me make you big.
It's a white chocolate Goofy with little macarons, and it says "Happy 28th birthday, Samantha." Yeah, my friend made it for me.
That's amazing.
Like, and it was and I was like gonna bring chocolate Goofy home. Here's a picture of me and my friend. His name is Parker, and I love him. And and he works at. He's at World of Disney now. So if you ever see him, say, hey, what's up? I know Sam. It's fine. Good. I'm serious.
What
was that?
But he's a pastry chef. Why is he?
Because his location is, they don't have a need for that many pastry chefs at Grand Flow right now.
Or
anywhere.
Or anywhere really. So yeah, he's at World of Disney now because of COVID, which boo. But yeah, I was going to bring chocolate Goofy home, and I had him in a box, and I left him in my friend's truck while we went to Epcot. So, yeah.
I still have my Remy that was on my plate. It's on my kitchen ledge.
Aww.
I still have the wrapper from Full Baguette.
Oh,
you never go full baguette.
Oh, and then I also have the thing from Regal Eagle right there.
The only thing good at Regal Eagle is the banana pudding.
And the burnt-end beans.
And the mac and cheese. No mac and cheese.
I mean, it sounds like a lot
of things are good at Regal Eagle.
None of the main dishes are good. Only those three things.
There's like three sides. Well, really good is take the burnt-end beans and put them on top of the macaroni and cheese and then eat that.
Ooh.
Banana pudding, though.
Banana pudding, yeah.
Well, friends, it has been a real time.
Oswald.
Oh my God.
Okay, next live stream is just going to be us going through our Disney trips and remembering them and going through scrapbooks.
I don't have a scrapbook. I can't do that.
I have a scrapbook from 2014 that we bought on our honeymoon. Not a single thing in it.
I just have pins, and I just know where they came from.
Me too.
So, well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Samantha for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun, guys.
You can literally come on anytime. I'm speaking for the group. But also, like, we have other people that will eventually add in too. So maybe this will just all of a sudden become like a big Zoom call.
I would love that.
Great.
Thank you for including me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you. So why don't we just kind of go around and tell everybody what your channel is again, just in case they don't know who you are or don't see the links in the description down below.
I don't see them.
Oh.
You'll look closer. Lean forward farther.
There you go. Right there. There.
Okay, I found them.
Okay, Mackenzie. Who are you? Where can they find you?
Here. It's just this. And then my face. I don't do anything Disney anymore, but I'm here to party. So.
But you can also, there's still Disney videos on your channel.
My video is a Disney video, which makes me angry. But it's my stupid Pop Century room tour or whatever. But I do camera and travel and photo stuff and video stuff and I will be doing Alani in April. So that's the only Disney thing that you'll see.
Worth it.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, because as soon as you get back and tell me all the things about it, I'm going to make Mike book a trip.
The only way to do it is to rent BBC points because I can't afford it.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
You already answered my question about how do you afford something like that?
She asked what people wanted to hear from, and I was like, give me an honest answer of how much you're paying.
Oh,
yes.
It's literally
I think I replied to you.
Yeah, you did. Because it's $1,700 for 2 people because you don't pay per person or whatever for Sunday through Friday.
Okay, but that's not honestly that bad.
No, that's actually not bad at all.
Does that include? Is it all inclusive?
$100 a night normally? No, it's not bad at all.
Okay.
No, it's not. There's no all inclusives in Hawaii.
Got it.
Really?
I see, and I thought that I would think that, but I guess not.
Because it's America and everything's expensive anyway. So like it's
True.
Right.
for import and export.
It's Disney. They want you to pay for everything. They want to make you buy.
In Hawaii, there's no all inclusives. Period. So like on any island, you can't get that because it costs too much. You would have to pay an arm and a leg. But
are you staying? Oh, sorry. Are you staying on the resort the whole time, or are you like going?
So we're doing Maui for a week before, and then we're going to Waikiki because Alani didn't have availability for DVC for two nights, and then we're doing Alani the rest of the time. So it's like 2 week situation. So Alani's just the back end, and Maui's the front end. But we're probably only my friend Ben lives in Oahu, so he is taking me and telling me what to do. And so. Did you see my story the other night about that the Netflix didn't spell his name right?
Yes.
God. He worked on that Finding Ohana movie or whatever, and they spelled his name wrong in the credits. It's so rude.
Yikes.
I just we're hoping Kong spells it right, whatever the new Kong movie is.
Oh, that's cool.
We're just hoping that one spells it right.
And also one follow-up question before I go to Matt. Will you be going to where they filmed Lost?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, great. Matt, where can they find you? What do you do on the channel?
Okay, so my channel is Teacup for One. It's a mix. It's Disney stuff. It's Funkos. It's Shakespeare. It's movie analyses. And I mean, I don't know if I'm proud of it or not, but my most successful video is a really stupid TikTok of me making my Elsa Funko sing and lip sync.
That's so crazy.
Because I said to myself, what is something short that will probably work the algorithm in my favor? And that's what it was. So my channel, like my most recent videos are really stupid lip syncing videos like that, paired with a 25-minute rant about Disney and racism. So that gives you a sense of what my channel is. It's a little bit of everything. No topic is too controversial and no video is too stupid.
New tagline.
Exactly. And then if anyone is actively watching during like this week, I'm doing a ton of live streams. Tomorrow, I'm hosting a drunken Broadway trivia night with a theater company I work with called Broadway Buzzed, which will be super fun with New Works Productions. So if you like Broadway and you like drinking, check that out. So it'll be tons of fun. Actually, like the whole thing, the theme I picked was Broadway hits and flops. So it's me celebrating some of the worst Broadway musicals ever. And I can't wait to share in that with the internet because there are some doozies and some great ones like Starmites. I love Starmites.
We know.
Yes, I know. Actually, I don't. No one watching this is probably going to watch or play Broadway Buzz, but if they are, they get a heads up because there's an entire Starmites round. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. Then on Thursday, I have my 1-year anniversary of Teacup for One. Huzzah. And I'm doing Disney trivia. It's going to be so much fun. And I want everyone to watch because if it all works out, you'll be able to play along at home and like log into your phones. And then there might be a prize for whoever comes in first place. But like there literally might be a prize. I haven't decided yet.
Does it ship? Will it ship to America?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm in. I was already in, but.
Yay. So everyone, please play. That's it.
Samantha.
Hi. So my channel is Dish Upon a Star, and I make Disney food, whether it's like parks food or something inspired by a movie or something you can see in a Disney movie. That is what I try to do. The next couple weeks, I am taking a page out of Matt's book, and I'm doing some rankings. Well, I talked to you about this. Yes. I'm doing a Your Pet tag for next Friday, and then I've got something really cool planned for the 5th for the release of Raya and the Last Dragon. So if you like Disney dragons, you're going to want to check out my channel. Something cool. But yeah, and I like to do unboxings. I've just, I'm like newer-ish. I've like had my channel for almost a year. So I'm kind of still finding my groove, but it's fun and I meet cool people like you all. So check me out.
Do it. Check her out. She's great. I remember the first video I watched of yours was the one where you made the Mike Wazowski, I believe they were donuts, or cookies or something. And I remember being like, dude, this girl has the brightest makeup on that I've ever seen.
So fun.
And now we're friends and it's great.
One time I went to a child's birthday party and I used to have like white hair and I had a lot of makeup on. And this little kid was like, "You look like Ursula." And like, I was not offended.
Highest compliment.
That's amazing.
Again, I was not offended. Like, but us as grown-ups hear like Ursula, fat, like bad. And I was like, the mom was like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed." I'm like, "No, man, like I have white hair and a bunch of purple eyeshadow. I get it. Like, it's fine." But
Ursula's a legend.
So
Gosh.
yeah, I have like my whole leg is an Ursula tattoo. So again, not offensive. Love it. So
yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, and then you guys know us. We just kind of sit here and do a lot of stuff in our personal lives and nothing on YouTube is basically what's happened recently. But new video will come out at some point this week, probably Thursday, of Josiah being wicked cute, going on Seven Doors Mine Train for the first time.
we just filmed we just did a bunch of filming yesterday at Magic Kingdom for a pretty music video. It's something that I don't think many people think about. So
it's either going to be a huge success or like 5 people are going to watch it.
Yeah, it's either going to be either it's going to be a number 1 or a number 2.
Add a lip syncing Funko to it. So apparently that's all you need for YouTube to like you.
I mean, I need to. I've got one in the works. I really should put that Figment one that I put up on TikTok. I should put that on YouTube. That was.
I want to see it.
Oh,
just upload it as a short. It'll take off.
Yeah.
By the way, shorts count towards your watch time.
No, but they help. They help for exposure for people.
If they upload them from your computer.
Yeah, upload them from your computer and use the hashtag shorts. They count towards your watch time.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Even if you watch it on the shorts.
Yep. The only time they don't count is if you upload a short through the app. There's a thing you have to press that says record a short. If you do that, it does not count towards your algorithm.
Oh, but if I upload it as if I upload it through the app as a pre-made video, it counts.
Yep.
Mackenzie's like no.
Because you can add a thumbnail, you can add ending screen. Mm-hmm. It does count as part of your algorithm.
Yep.
Well, huzzah!
I'm just pissed at shorts.
We'll have that conversation.
Somebody's a wee bit salty.
I'm anti-short.
Another day. But again, thank you so much to MacKenzie, Matt, Samantha for talking food with us today. If you're watching this later on, leave comments and let us know what your favorite foods and resort places and all the things. And make sure you like this video and subscribe to all these channels. And I don't know, just do all the stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube that makes all of us go viral one day, because all of us want this to be our full-time jobs.
I don't want a virus.
You do not want the coronavirus, I'll tell you what.
Those things are up on my shelf. I'm just being lazy. Chef Figment says, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you guys in our next live stream in March. So goodbye.
Hi, thank you.
And